Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. हम 24वां श्लोक पढ़ेंगे. कल इसको हमने चिंतन किया था. उपस्थिते प्राण हरे कृतान्ते, किमाशु कार्यं सुधिया प्रयत्नात्, वाक्काय चित्तै सुखदं यमग्नम्, मुरारिपादाम्बुजचिन्तनं च. Whatever is done by default, we don't require involvement of our efforts. See? Now what is the default setting? See? Like many of us have got default settings. Like what? Once I was having a camp, children's camp, and all the children are, this convent brand. So we were sitting together in a group, circle. And then one child next to me sneezed. Gee, excuse me. I said, okay, excuse. Swami, you don't have to say excuse. I said, okay, not excuse. Now, when you sneeze, I'm sorry, excuse me. This is a default setting. You don't require efforts. If this is understood in the same manner, when instead of excuse me, if you put any God's name, Krishna, Rama, Govinda, that default setting will become part and parcel of your being. And when the last moment comes, see, that time our last thought is the blueprint for next life. See? One old man on the deathbed, and doctor has given hope. Now you can conclude. So the children were there, youngsters. So let us see if there are some desires lingering in the old man. Before dying, we fulfill his desires. So they asked, Babuji, Dad, not Babuji, Babuji will be vegetarian. Dad, doctor has given up everything. Now, do you have any desires which you like to fulfill? Beta, I know these doctors have made my life miserable last whole year. Don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat this. Only living on barley water and a dirty thing. And I was so much interested to have one dish of my choice at least, but they didn't give. Okay, Dad, tell what you want. And then the dad said, see, I want to have chicken. Chicken was the last thought. Next life, cock, born. See, my friends, therefore, upasthite prana hare kritante, when the last moment arrives, that time, kimashu karyam prayatna sudhiya, by an intelligent, good person. What is worthy? Karyam means worthy of doing. What is worthy of doing? See? So, vakkaya chittaihi sukhadam yamagnam chintanam. By our speech, by body, by mind, that which is destroyer of the problems of death and birth is what? Murari padam mujha chintanam cha. Think of God and that will be your last life. See? Nobody will help us, my friends. Everybody here only as long as we are useful. That's it. Up to here we have seen. Now we go in the next verse. Please repeat after me. Kedasava santi kuvasanakya. Vasanti kuvasanakya. Kashobhate yas sadasi pravidya. Mateva kaya sukhada suvidya. Kimedhate danavashat suvidya. Now, ki dasyavaha santi. Dasyu means the dacoits, the looters. There are two types of people. One is called a thief. Second is looter, dacoits. Now what is the difference between the two? The thieves loot our things without our knowledge. Dacoits come with a gun and loot our things. So, ke dasavya santi. Who are the dacoits in our life? See? The teacher says, kuvasanakyaha, known as bad desires. Now, what is a bad desire? What is a good desire? See? If I am hungry, I want food. This is a good desire. But unless I get that particular thing, I will not eat, you do anything, but I want that only. That is a bad desire. See, Bhagavan Krishna in 10th chapter tells very beautifully. See, Dharma aviruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. Hey Arjun, I am the desire which is not contrary to the righteousness. See? Therefore, what are the bad desires? The bad desires are those which are a problem for us and for others. So how to get rid out of it? Again go to Bhagavad Gita. In 2nd chapter Bhagavan tells, Karmande vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetur bhuhu mate sangastu akarmani. 4 principles he tells. The first principle is, whatever we are supposed to do in our life, we are not obliging anybody. See? We should be distinctly clear about it. Nobody can disturb us. We have to ourselves understand. We have received so much from the world. It is our obligation that we serve the world. See, friends, only receiving is not the end of life. Therefore, karmani evate adhikaraha. So, towards whom we have got our obligations, number 1 is our parents. See. Number 2 is our society. Number 3 is our scriptures. We are having these obligations. That is why those who put on the sacred thread, there are 3 threads in that. These 3 threads are, first thread is, we bind ourselves with this obligation willingly, that I have to take care of my parents till I am alive or till they are alive. And whenever anything we accept willingly, it is not a bondage, it is a freedom. Now those of you who have come here on your own choice, you will enjoy. And those of you who are tied down with a lead, chalo na, they will suffer. See? Therefore, first, willing acceptance of the responsibility toward the parents. Secondly, the society. How much the society gives us. See? And therefore, it is our obligation that we have to serve the society in our capacity, whatever we are. Now the best example I can tell you about myself. Now, we have studied free only by the money provided by the world. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. We have learnt it this way. Now, I am not obliging you by talking what I have learned. It is my necessity that I am conducting this satsanga. And whenever we do anything as our necessity, we can never be arrogant in life. See, friends, but if we have this notion, see, oh, these ignorant people, I have to go and teach them. Forget about that. You will never be able to teach, but you will be cheating yourself. Therefore, second, obligation toward the society. Now the third, our obligation towards our scriptures. It is necessary, we must study scriptures in our life. If nothing all, at least Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Dhita, Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita, Sakrudavev Murari Samarcha, Kriyate Tasya Yamena Najarcha, Bhaja Govinda. It is necessary. It is not that we have to, if we don't study Bhagavad Gita, no, it is our need. Now if you take this principle, you have understood everything Karma Yoga. Whatever we do in this world, nobody needs us. It is our need that we do something in life. Once you take this stand, there will be humility. There will not be arrogance. See? And when you have humility, you will never be frustrated and you will never be insulted in life. See, it is our need. Therefore, what are the bad desires? Bad desires are, we are as if doing favor to the world My friends, this principle we have to recognize. When we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we will leave this world, there will be nothing lacking. So when our earlier absence and posterior absence makes no difference, our presence is making what difference? See, friends, but ahankara vimudhatma kartaham. I have done this. Hoy, ammi he kela. You must have seen everywhere. देखो भगवान की लीला चल रही है कि दस्यवाहा संति कुवासना कस शोभते यहाँ सरसी प्रविद्या. See, who is most demanded, respected person in the world? See, there is a proverb. The king is respected in his own country. Now forget about the king. I'll bring to the local example. I was once in Delhi in some ministry. One of the top minister was a good friend of mine. So I went to see him. So he must have told, Swamiji is coming, please bring him to me. So when I entered, they must have been told. So somebody came and guided me. I said, let me sit for 5 minutes, then we'll go. He must be busy. I'll talk to him and then there is no hurry for me. So I was sitting. And then another person came. He said, I have to go and meet minister. Who are you? I am the chief minister of something. Okay, sit there. You are telling me to sit there? I am chief minister. Then secretary said, यहाँ दर्जन भर चीफ मिनिस्टर आते हैं. You are a chief minister in your country, but in your state. But when you come here, stand in a queue. See, but wise people are respected wherever they go. Therefore, what is that which gives us the highest honor is only the wisdom. Then the third question, Matevakaya Sukhada Suvidya. What is that which is blessing us like a mother, and it is Suvidya. Suvidya is the spiritual knowledge. See, friends. So earlier what? Earlier the word was Pravidya. Pravidya means expertise in whichever field you are. See? Do everything to get a Nobel Prize. But Nobel Prize is not coming. What should I do? See? Now Suvidya is Matevakaya Sukhada Suvidya. Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, Shruti Mata, our Vedas, Upanishad, their love for the seekers of truth is, if you can imagine, you have got 1,000 mothers. How much love they will give you? Much more than that is the love of the scriptures for the welfare of the seekers of truth. Therefore, we have to make it a point in our life. Studying our scriptures is not obligation, it is our necessity. See, friends. And once you take this, you will discover what I am going to tell you. This you do not know. What is the difference between Sanatan Dharma and Hindu Dharma? Do you know? Every human being born on the earth is belonging to Sanatan Dharma. Now those who have willingly accepted this principle of Sanatan Dharma in their life, they are called as Hindus. And those who do not accept this universal principles. See, they belong to other religions. And therefore, have we heard any time that a physics professor goes and wants to convert a chemistry professor to physics? See? Why? Physics, chemistry, mathematics. This is Sanatan Dharma, applicable to everything, irrespective of time, space and object. Can I say, I am Indian, I don't like Britishers. Maybe Newton has discovered the law of gravity, I don't accept. Then I go on the 10th floor and jump. I don't accept law of gravity. So jump. Then what happen? See? There will be realization. But it will be too late. See, my friends, therefore, in Hindu Dharma, which is willful acceptance of the Sanatana Dharma, therefore there is no place for conversion, there is no place for date, and the most important thing is, it is principle oriented and not personality oriented. See, Sanatana Dharma is not owned by a person. Can we say physics is owned by the Britishers, chemistry owned by the Americans, the space science owned by the third people? No, it's universal. See, my friends, therefore, Matevakaya Sukhada Suvidya. Therefore, nowhere in Bhagavad Gita, nowhere in Upanishad, nowhere in Vedas, nowhere in Puranas, it is ever mentioned that these things are meant for Hindus. See, my friends, we only claim also, गर्व से को हिंदू है, मालूम ही नहीं क्या है. See? So, Matevakaya Sukhada Suvidya. Therefore, only telling that I am proud, it is not enough. We have to study the scriptures. That must make a part of our daily life. And for that, the simplest way is satsanga. You may not take bath every day. Anyway, we don't take. I am just giving the option. You may not take bath every day. You may not go to temple. You may not do japa. You may not do charity. Doesn't matter. But no compromise on listening to satsanga in life. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nishcharatatvam, nishcharatatve jivan mukti, bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam. It is because of this reason the number of saints and sages born in India outwits the whole world. See? Maximum number of saints and sages are born in India. And within India, maximum are born in Maharashtra. Dekho Maharaj. It's so important. So, Matevakaya Sukhada Suvidya. So, listen to what your topic you take. Listen. And same thing you listen twice. Morning, 1 hour, and again the same thing in the evening. One day you will discover what I am telling you. What we hear and what we understand depends on not on anything, but depends on our state of mind. You may be listening the same thing twice. You will get 2 messages. Statement is the same. Because what is the state of our mind at a given period of time? And then you discover so many flaws in our lifestyle. See? Like normal complaint is, I don't know what happened, I am feeling depressed, dejected, I don't know. The reason is you have not worked on yourself. Why? Because what is told to us, early to bed and early to rise, is the way to be healthy, wealthy and wise. What is our life? Late to bed and late to rise is a guarantee to be unhealthy and otherwise. See? The other day somebody asked me this question. Swamiji, do you see sometimes some gods, etc. in the dream? I say, yes, I see. I see you also. Why God only? But I never saw anything. Why? I said, when you go to sleep, before that, you see all kinds of horrible TVs. See? All crime, ghost stories. चलते गाड़ी में लटकती लाश. And with that you go to sleep. तुम लटकोगे. See, my friends, simple things. Retire for the day as early as possible. Latest 10 o'clock. Latest. And then get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and be attentive. And before you become anybody, study scriptures. In the deep sleep, we are nobody, is it not? We are neither mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. We are nobody. So we have to study the scriptures in a status of remaining nobody. So your deep sleep nobody status is extended, and during that period, study the scriptures. See what a difference it will make. See? Therefore, Matevakaya Sukada Suvidya, Kime Date Dana Vashan Suvidya. And what is that which grows? See? What is that which increases? So, Suvidya Dana Vashat. One day you will discover this. The teacher is more benefited in the class than the students. See? Many times people ask this question. One day somebody came to meet me. I was just going for my lecture. Swamiji, she is my friend and we have come from Dubai and we want to ask you something. I said, nothing to ask. First of all, listen to satsang, then talk to me. So they came and sat for satsang. My satsang was over. After we came to my room, Swamiji, did she tell you anything about me? I said, no, you are friends, I don't know anything about you. No, she must have told. I said, I say no means no. If you don't believe, who cares? She said, but today the example that you have given in the lecture, 100% my example. Even the fictitious stories that you have told, the names of the persons were the same. I don't know, you must have been told by somebody. See? I said, look here, I make stories just to convey the message. But now, after listening to you, I have come to this conclusion. What conclusion? Now, I have decided not to opt for divorce. I understood where I was going wrong. I didn't tell anything. How this happens? Whatever is the need of the audience, the Lord speaks through the speaker. Our lecture is not prepared. Like, go to the, what do you call that, AI, this lecture. It is not artificial intelligence, it is actual intelligence. And when you are thus able to practice this in life, then you will see slowly and steadily you will learn the art of remaining at peace. Highest achievement in our life is we are at peace with ourselves. We are not a problem to ourselves, nor to others. See? Now, next mantra. Kuto hi bhiti satatam videya lokapavadat bhavakananacha kovati bandhu pitarascha keva vipat sahaya paripalakaye. Kuto hi bhiti satatam videya. What should we be afraid of all the time? See? We should be afraid of something. What is that? Loka apavada. See? When we live in a society, we must follow the norms of the social structure. Don't become extraordinary and a black sheep in a white flock. This is so important. No, everybody does. No, that is not the way. It is not the justification. Loka apavada means our life should be such that the decent culture is manifested through our behavior in the society. Otherwise, we are no more different than the animals. Loka apavada and bhavakananacha. Bhavakana is samsara. Friends, bhavakana and samsara means living at the relative level and taking the relativity as the real. So we have to rise above this relativity. And this can happen only when we are functioning at a center level. Now to understand. Presently, where are we positioned? We are positioned at the periphery of our existence. Now what is the periphery? Center, radius, and a circumference. So the circumference is the periphery of us. Now if you imagine or if you have done it, there is a big giant wheel. You must have, as a child or elderly also, must sat in that. So when we move in that, how it happens in the stomach, when it goes down, oh, it goes up. See? Because we are at the periphery. But if you are at the hub center, let it move, nothing happens. If this example is clear, now where are we? We are at the periphery in the sense, in the sukha kachra. See? I got this thing, I was born there, I was living there, within living aggregated. All the time, only living as the body, for the body, on everybody, and therefore carrying the burden of our possessions in life. See? Now we have got property. We are not carrying the property on our head. Then the burden of the property is on our mind. I got something here, something there. There was one politician. I don't know the name. This is what I heard from somebody. So he was very much fond of purchasing lands. So he was moving somewhere and he told all his people around, all these spoons, chamche, he told them, find out whose land is this, I want to buy it. Then they checked, because he doesn't know what he has got. He checked. Sir, this belongs to you only. Okay, okay. How much we want more and more and more. See? Therefore, when we are living at the periphery, we talk only about the possessions of things. And more the possession that we carry on our burden, heavier is the life. See, friends, the second burden we carry is that of the relations. And these two burdens, we want to unburden ourselves every day. And how do we do that? When we go to sleep. What is the sleep? Unburdening ourselves from the sukha kachra and gila kachra. Yet we don't learn anything. See? Therefore, kuto hi bhiti satam videya lokapavada bhavakananacha. How much more we want? For what? See? That doesn't mean we are talking about living in poverty, no. Live in prosperity, but not in affluence. Affluence makes a man or a woman out of the normal lifestyle. See? And I was in recently New York, Long Island. So we used to go for a morning walk. There were some people, most of them Indian, going with the dog morning. So my friend told me, Swamiji, you have seen we don't have dog in our house. I said, that is why I come to your house. Otherwise I would not have come. Then he said, these dogs? Yes, I know they are dogs. Each of them cost not in thousands, but much more. And they go for morning walk. Actually it's a dog walk. And the dog will go only to his pillar, not anywhere. I will not do anywhere. Take me to that pillar. And he will go to the pillar. First of all, he will do the Sahtanga Dandavat. Then he will do the Surya Namaskar. Then he will do the Atma Pradakshina. And thereafter, Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. That is the prosperity and achievement in life. Dogs. Their children, they are looked after by the maidservant. What we have achieved in life. See, friends, therefore, Bhavakanana is getting lost only in possessions. And the second thing is relations. See, friends, relations are required, but up to a particular limit. Do not cross the limit of your relational existence. See, friends, I am clearly addressing to the elders. See, times have changed. But we old people, during our time, forget about it. You have to adjust in today's date. And that we are not able to do, and then the fighting begins. Therefore, Bhavakananacha, neither we carry the burden of the Sukha Kachra, nor we get entangled in the Gila Kachra relations. Then, now the last point, that then the purpose for what we are human being is we should be such an instrument through which the divine can express. Now this point I have repeated number of my talks. This mic has no purpose. It's just an instrument. See? Purpose, the one who is holding the mic, he has the purpose. See? And which mic will come between you and me? When this mic has no personal agenda. Sometimes, the mics they have got the electronic omkar. Sometimes the mics clear their throat. Kar. We'll remove that. We want such a fit instrument that it has no personal agenda. Exactly the same way, Narayana wants to address his creation. Unfortunately, he has no speech, no mind, nothing. Therefore, he is searching for some hands which are free from selfish activity. Such speech which is free from self-glorification and condemning others. Such mind which is not contaminated by likes and dislikes. Such an intellect which is creative in its way. Such an instrument he is searching for. It is for that purpose we are human beings. He should express this. See? On the path of devotion it is said, look at the world as the God looks at his creation. But how do we know God looks at his creation, how he looks? Then okay, go back to yourself. How the mother looks at her own child when the child is small. The stupidity of the child is glorified by the mother, is it not? Swamiji, my son is so intelligent, he keeps on asking so many questions which I do not know. So I like playing fool with the people. So, Mama, if he is intelligent, he will not ask questions. Dumb children ask questions. Intelligent children reply the question. Do you think my son is dumb? I said, no, I am underestimating him. He is much more than you. But for the mother, my child is so beautiful, so intelligent. Exactly the same way, God has got the same love for everything and being. See, friends, let us not carry any bitterness towards anything or anybody in life. See? Then you discover the beauty of life. Understand this principle. Imagine, you hate me. Imagine, I know you don't. You hate me. I don't know whether you hate me or not. I will go and talk to you. Babaji, kaise hum? Guess. Then I don't know. So, the hatred, the one who is carrying the hatred, he or she suffers, not the one who is not being honored but hated. How simple these things are. And therefore, the real thing we should be afraid of in our life, bhavakananacha. Live in this relative world, but do not get influenced, entangled by the relative world. One of my friend, he was a jeweler, he is no more now. His two sons, they were in the late life taking care of the business. So we were all sitting together. And the children asked their father, Dad, kindly tell us, how should we know whether we are going the right way in our business? Because he was known for his very much respected in the society. We don't want to spoil your name. We want to be upholder of your status in the society. Tell, how should we know whether we are going the right way or not? When I heard that reply from the old man, I was so thrilled. He said, two things. If you are getting good sleep and if your digestion is normal, you are leading a good life. See? We require some tablet to sleep, and we require the Some kind of starter. Start hota hi nahi. Constipation. Therefore, कुतो हि भीति सततं विधेया लोकापवादात् भवकाननाच को वाति बंधु पितरश्च केवा. को वाति बंधु पितरश्च केवा. Who are our real friends and who are our real well-wishers in our life. These we have to practice. Nobody can do it for us. Kovati Bandhu, who is really helping us in the time of difficulties? It is only the one who is our real friend. A friend in need is a friend indeed. When the difficulties come, the friends go away, they were not the friends. And who is our father? See? Father doesn't mean only the biological father. Father means he who is able to help us, support us, and takes care of us in the time of trials and difficulties. See, friends. Biological father is different. It is said in the Guru Gita, the birth given by the parents is made for dying. Body is born to die. But the birth given by the Guru is meant for making us immortal. See, now this particular topic is very important. Understand clearly. See, all our life is living at the three levels. Living as the body. When we live as the body, the story of our life is fulfilling the desires. The story of fulfilling desire is ending up in a greed. These are the only three things. But when we rise above this, meaning you start playing spirituality, what is that? What it is like being other than the body. First step. Second thing, what will be the result of that? Desires will be reduced. The third, lesser the desire, minimize is the greed. When these three things are no more a big issue in our life, then we come to the fourth stage. Fourth stage is we start working on our mind. The day we start working on our mind, understand, that is our new birth. See? Because mind never dies. And this mind is labeled colloquially as Jiva, the soul. Because this body is going to die, no doubt about it. But what goes with us is only the mind. And therefore, we are reborn as the seeker of the truth only when we go to satsanga, listen from the Mahatmas, Guru Maharaj, then that is our second birth. And that birth, the birth given by the Guru, is immortal. You never die. Because even if this body is dropped, your sadhana continues. Shuchi nam shrimatam gehe yoga brashto vijayate athava yogi nam eva kule bhavati dhimatam. Therefore, friends, our real life is, we have to, who is our real father? The physical father is okay in its own place. But the real father is when we are educated in the satsanga, then we are real exposed to our father. See, friends. Then we start living and looking at from a different perspective. Understand one example. This backdrop, imagine this backdrop is 30 feet wide and 20 feet tall. Imagine. And there's a big painting on that. You have got a freedom. You can go nearest to that painting, maybe 2 inches, and look at it. How it will be seen? Ugly. See? Then you go 5 kilometers away from that and try to look at it. Will you be able to see properly? If you want to see the beauty of that painting, what is needed? You must have optimum distance, focal length, optimum distance. If we have to live in this world, neither be too close nor far away, maintain optimum distance. See? And that happens when we start working on our mind. Distances are not by body, distances are by the mind. See? Our children are somewhere in America studying there, far away, but they are close to us. And our maid servant is with us and we shout with her all the time. See, friends, therefore, who is our real father? Is this Satsanga, the Guru Maharaj, and the Sadhu Santa. Be in their company and be benefited by being born as a human being. In the next mantra, Badhva hi bodhyam parishishyate kim. I spoke wrongly. Buddhva hi buddhva na bodhyam parishishyate kim. Buddhva na bodhyam parishishyate. Shiva prasadam sukhabodha rupam. Jnate tu kasmin tvididam jagat syat. Tvididam jagat sarvatmake brahmani purna rupe. Buddhvana bodhyam parishishyate kim. What is that? Having known which, nothing remains to be known in this world. See? Shiva prasadam sukha bodha rupam. Answer is, if you are able to learn from your experience, you are walking the spiritual path. I am not giving you mantra. I am not sending you to holy places. I am not telling you to take holy deep. I am not asking you for dakshina. I am not giving you diksha. Nothing. See? What is that having known which nothing remains to be known? See? If you are at peace with yourself and living at zero complaint level 24/7 in your life, you have learnt everything. You have known everything. And that experience, if you want to imagine how it is like, that experience is like the experience of the space. Space supports everything, rejects nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. Friends, that is our natural state. We don't have to do anything. These examples I am repeating, at least one day it will click. Colors and forms are seen by our vision. Vision is not affected by the colors and forms. Sounds are heard by our ears. Ears are not affected by the sounds, good or bad. The mind is supporting joy and sorrows. Mind is neither joy nor sorrows. We support waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. Nothing happens to us. You have to do nothing. Recognize how much of strength, practice, efforts, and time will be required for a husband to know that he is a man. Does he have to kill the wife? Does he have to divorce? Does he have to leave the children? Nothing. Then how should he live? Karnataka. Natak karo. But what happens? We carry the burden of the wrong notions to such an extent that we are all the time disturbed. Therefore, Buddha na bodhyam parishishyate kim, having known which nothing remains to be known, is Shiva Prasadam. See? You are at peace with yourself. It can happen only if you follow our mantra. Jo thari rahe so mari rahe. Accept the life as it is presented to us. Nobody will be able to help us. We have to live our life. We have to die our death. We have to practice our own spiritual life. There is no proxy. Buddha hi kum bodhyam na parishishyate kim. Shiva Prasadam and Sukhabodha Rupam. And what is the Shiva Prasada? Is Sukhabodha Rupam. We have to only practice this. What? I am happy. See? That is why our mantra is what? Be happy or Mauj mein raho. Once I was in our Prempuri ashram, there was some special function. So all of them know me. So they introduce the audience. Swamiji we know, but we want to tell Swamiji today. Because any topic we give you, you come back to Mauj mein raho. Tell us something different. I said, all right. Then I started and made them miserable in 15 minutes. They say, Swami, please revert back. Do you have less problems at home? You come to satsang to cry? See? But then, what is the good satsanga? You keep crying, Sitaji was taken by, and then this one, and then you have pile of tissue paper. Drama. We are here for happiness, not for miseries. Satsanga is not a place to go for mourning. See, friends, Sukhabodha Rupam. If you are happy, only happiness will come out of you. If you are miserable, bitter, then that alone will come out of you. Suppose you have eaten a lot of garlic and you get belching. Will the fragrance of lotus will come out? Whatever is inside, that alone will come out. Therefore, what is that? Buddha na bodhyam parishishyate kim. Having known which, having not known, having experienced which, nothing remains to be experienced. Shiva Prasadam Sukhabodha Rupam. By God's grace alone, we can be at peace under all conditions. Jnate tu kasmin viditam jagat syat. Having known which, the whole thing or the whole world is known. What is that? So, sarvatmake brahmani purna rupe. When we come to discover our ultimate divine nature. Now one or two examples will make it clear. See? Perception of duality is not a problem. See? This is the left hand, this is the right hand. No problem. Teeth and tongue, they are separate. No problem. Sometimes our teeth bite the tongue. What is our reaction? Now I am going to remove these teeth. They have been biting the tongue. No. Why? Although they are separate, but there is no sense of separateness. So perception of the differences is not the issue, but differentiating after the perception of differences, then the samsara begins. See, the red color is not the brown color, correct? No problem. But differentiating on account of these two colors, then the samsara begins. And therefore, Jnate tu kasmin viditam jagat syad, having known which everything is known, is sarvatmake brahmani purna rupe. Everything is the expression of the same reality. Therefore, avoid seeing the differences and see a common factor. See? We are all here. Differences. Some are ladies, some are gents, some are rich, some are poor, some are intelligent, some are over-intelligent. Some are yogi, some are bhogi. Some are dynamic, some are lazy like me. See? Differences. Common factor. We are all interested on the spiritual path. Common factor. So when our attention is on the common denominator, the differences will not make anything. Like all our body, if you take, all organs are different from each other, functions are different. But these differences are not creating any differentiation when we deal with these different organs. Therefore, sarvatmake brahmani purna rupe. Therefore, if we want to practice this, one or two techniques I tell you. Technique number 1. Do not talk of differences. Differences are many everywhere. Somebody is tall, somebody is short, somebody is intelligent, somebody is not intelligent. It is there, natural. But if we differentiate on that, South Bombay versus North Bombay, samsara will begin. Therefore, friends, let us focus attention on the common factor. And for this, nobody can help us. We'll read one more verse and conclude tomorrow. Kim durlabham sadguru rasti loke, durlabham sadguru rasti loke, satsangatir brahma vicharana cha, tyago hi sarvasya shivatma bodha, ko durjaya sarvajanair manojaha. So these are the remaining few verses. Here, tomorrow we'll see in detail. Kim durlabham sadguru rasti loke. What is the most impossible, difficult to get in one's life is Sadguru. We'll explain tomorrow more exhaustively. Second thing is Satsangati Brahma Vicharana cha. Cha means and also Satsangati, Satsanga. And then that's Satsanga where Brahma Vicharana. Tabla peti nahi. See? Where Brahma Vicharana. Otherwise, मेरी चुनरी 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 करके टाइम बर्बाद करना इज नॉट स्पिरिचुअलिटी. देन त्यागो ही सर्वस्य शिवात्म बोधः. Then what is everything has to be rejected and shivatma bodha, then only we are able to attain that ko durjayaha sarvajanai manojaha. And what is most difficult to win over is the manoja. Manoja is the desire. Now the details of that will conclude in tomorrow's session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.